of how we reconnect this African family. How do we come together to unify so that we can mobilize our collective energy and strength to master Africa's destiny together. And one man can make a difference.
Return brought 118,000 African-American visitors to the country, and officially 1,500 came here to stay.
People say to me, you know, man, you left the United States, the land of milk and honey, the land of opportunity.
Hold on, let me get this straight. A group of black Americans went to Ghana, spoke to the Ghanaian government about building a town for black Americans in Ghana, got approval from the Ghanaian government to build a town for black Americans in Ghana. And part of the agreement was that first, the black Americans were given 200 acres to build a settlement, a small settlement, and they wanted to see how quick that settlement will be sold. Basically, they're saying, we'll give you 200 acres to do a trial run. If there are enough people who are interested, then we will invest and give you money to build an entire town. And nobody is talking about it? Yep. I looked it up. It is for real, for real. Chuck Bars and Earn Your Leisure, those two companies went to the Ghanaian government and said, look, if you're for real about black Americans coming back, we want our own. We want our own town. We want our own everything. And the Ghanaian government say, yeah, we'll do it. But first you got to show us there's a possibility this will work. We're not about to give you, fuck ton of land and nothing's going to come out of it. We'll give you 200 acres first and we'll see what you could do with 200 acres. Yep. The name of the city, which they've already named, is Sanbra, which means the return. So there's literally a town right now that has been renamed the Return for black people to go. All y'all gotta do is find the Chak Bars and those guys and start. People, it's happening. It's happening. Spread the word, put the money together. It's happening. It is happening.
There is not a black American city being built in Ghana. Recently, a viral video made by a content creator claimed that a group of black Americans spoke to the Ghanaian government about building a town in Ghana specifically for black Americans. According to him, the government gave its approval for this project. Here's the truth. A businessman who already owns land in Ghana, a lot of land, traveled to the U.S. for a separate reason. Near the end of his trip, he heard about a conference called InvestFest, organized by Earn Your Leisure. He decided to attend the event. He bought a ticket and he went. He was so impressed by what they were doing, he wanted to meet with them and possibly collaborate in the future. Now let's hear from him directly in this clip where he talks about this.
You're doing your thing out here. You're very humble dude, but you guys own a lot of real estate in Ghana, right? So you came to America last year to InvestFest. So just kind of tell that story. I just think that when you told it, it just blew me away.
Okay, so I get there and I go to day one of InvestFest. I've never seen so many economically empowered black people in my life. And everyone was just looking to do business with each other. So people fast forward, I went there, I had a great experience. I got to see these guys on stage do their thing. I didn't even connect with them because I wanted to have an organic experience. I do InvestFest. I come back, I tell my business partners, and like, look, next year we have to go to this thing. Come back to Ghana. About 3 months later, my brother Shaka calls me and says, hey, bro, the real estate stuff we've been talking about? I have the guys for you. Let's do it with the guys from Earn Your Leisure. So that is, for me, it's a great manifestation story, because last year I didn't even know these guys. Now we're standing on a piece of land that we're about to build together, and that's just crazy. So, big up to Earn Your Leisure and big up to InvestFest. Like, it changed my life personally. I learned so much from them as well, and it's just an honor that we get to do this together.
Sure. Now let's be clear. There is no agreement between the Ghanaian government and this private business venture. The government did not give away 200 acres of land for this project. The land was already owned by private businessmen. This is an investment project, a business partnership between Earn Your Leisure, Shaka Bars, and the other Ghanaian real estate developers who come together for this project. So what's actually happening? Well, this is a real estate development targeted at the African diaspora, not just black Americans. The developers have made it clear that anyone from the diaspora is welcome to purchase property there. including continental Africans, not just people from the diaspora, can purchase property in this community. Now, why should you believe me? Well, I have been living in Ghana for 8 years. I worked with the government for 5.5 years. I was the social media manager for the Year of Return and then the Beyond the Return campaign up until this past early November. So I have a little bit of knowledge and understanding of what's happening here in Ghana with the lay of the land and what the accurate information is. And there's a lot of misinformation that often spreads fast, especially when people don't fact check before sharing this information. Those of us who actually live in Ghana know what's really happening. But once false information goes viral, it's hard to get that information to stop, and it's hard to clarify for people to know what the truth is. Anyway, I hope that this video has cleared up some of the misconceptions about this project. This is not a Black American city that is being built in Ghana at all. This is a private business venture between private business people who've come together and see the need to help have a soft landing for the diaspora. Because oftentimes when the diaspora comes to Ghana, they may find themselves having challenges. They may not have an understanding of the lay of the land, and buying property and buying land in Ghana can be very complicated. You can run into a lot of issues and a lot of challenges. So sometimes if you have somebody who's a trusted source that you can just buy property from, just buy land from, it makes the whole process that much easier. So they saw the opportunity. They are businessmen, and they know that people are coming to Ghana. Over the last few years, the growth of the diaspora choosing to come to Ghana has been astronomical. And especially with different political things happening, there's more people even making the decision that they want to come to Ghana. So I hope that I've helped to clarify things for you in this conversation. If you have any questions, comments, please drop them in the comments. I would love to hear from you.
American who left the States to settle here in Ghana. He doesn't know for certain, but it's very likely his ancestors came through this door before being taken to America.
Just look at this corridor and how it leads out. No one would expect that this corridor would literally lead a whole people away from their shores, their home, what they would know as their reality, their humanity, and then to a whole new world.
He's done this tour many times.
So be my guest.
He came here today to show me just how important it is to Africans who have lost their connection to their homeland. How does it feel walking through there?
Well, a feeling that you can never get rid of. And I've done this a number of times, but it's never become familiar to me. Never normal. It's never an everyday thing.
Since its independence in 1957, Ghana's leaders have made policies in hopes to attract Africans abroad back to Ghana would be the Year of Return, welcoming anyone of African heritage to come to Ghana and reconnect with their roots.
Work together to make sure that never again will we allow a handful of people with superior technology to walk into Africa, seize their peoples, and sell them into slavery.
And the response was huge. 2019 saw just over 1 million tourists visit Ghana, an increase of nearly 20% on the previous year. Rabbi Cohen left the US over 30 years ago and played a part in the Year of Return events. He wanted to encourage others to make the same pilgrimage that he did.
I want to fulfill the vision and the dream of how we reconnect this African family. How do we come together to unify so that we can mobilize our collective energy and strength to master Africa's destiny together. And one man can make a difference.
For me, this story marks my own Year of Return. I was born in Ghana, but I haven't been back in over 10 years. A lot has changed since then. The success of the Year of Return.
Do not forget your roots. Do not forget where you come from. Do not forget your ancestors. We say Sankofa, that means go back to your roots. We mean it, as we always say in Ghana, Sankofa and Chiri. So come back to your root. Leave your comments in the comment section. Like, share. Let me know your thoughts on this video.